Bless us all, O Lord, we pray, for loved ones here and near and far away, and everyone for whom we pray. Keep us safe each night and day, the homeless who have no place to stay, those who are suffering in any way, the dying, those mourning or grieving, and all who need God's mercy. Keep us safe, Heavenly Father, when we are at home or traveling on our way, or when we are vulnerable or in danger in any way. Most merciful Father, hear us as we pray for the souls in purgatory or who may be sent there someday. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, ay basta silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang binirang, kuyak ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit kong pagaw, ay hinagang tula, kawit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang matawag mo'y tagumpay na nagkikinig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magkikinig. Lumanang araw ng warhabing pagsikta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hinigaya na pagkay mga amin, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Live from the PPI studio in Intramuros, Manila, this is the 2019 Civic Journalism Community Press Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chairman and President of the Philippine Press Institute and publisher of Manila Standard Today, Mr. Rolando Rolly Estabilio.
Welcome to this first ever virtual awarding ceremony of PPI. This became possible only through the efforts of our Executive Director, Ariel Hans Cervantes and his team, and the generous support of our sponsors. Thank you, sirs, madam. Since I have only about 5 minutes to finish my piece, I'll go straight to the message of mine. And that is, we are in crisis, and what option do we have to survive? Just to show to you the worsening condition of the industry, allow me to quote an AFP story based on a survey. And I quote, "Newspapers have been closing to rapid clip, buckling under the pressure from changing news consumption habits, advertising shifts, and many other factors, including consolidated corporate ownership. For media outlets covering local community news, the drop in advertising revenues since the advent of COVID-19 has only exacerbated a pre-existing financial crisis. In short, the most vulnerable sector of the newspaper industry is the community press. Indeed, COVID-19 is crushing newspapers. In the US, since the advent of the pandemic, 30 regional newspapers have closed down. Since 2004, publishers have shuttered at least 1,800 newspapers, leaving so-called news deserts where people have limited information about their communities. In some places, newspapers have had to retreat to fewer printed editions each week or have laid off so many employees that they became ghost newspapers with marginal value to the audience they're supposed to serve. In Australia, Rupert Murdoch's flagship corporation, News Media Corporation, have shattered 60 regional newspapers. So you would see the debilitating impact on the industry of the COVID-19 pandemic. We need to figure out a new way to finance and sustain local news. In the US, American Journalism Project exists to support non-profit newsrooms. Unfortunately, we don't have that here in the Philippines. But please take note that the American Journalism Project thus far has supported only online newsrooms. It is against this backdrop that your organization has taken steps to help its members adapt to the new normal. The nexus of looking inward and strengthening it internally is the News Commons. It was providential that we were able to plant the first seed in the Luzon cluster a good 3 months before the pandemic swamped our shore. Visayas and Mindanao will follow suit as soon as the situation permits. Tied to this project is to help our members transition to print digital operations. A PPI technical group or unit will be formed to ensure a seamless procedure for that, the end game of which is to monetize your web platforms. The overarching move is to form a cooperative with all members that support the News Commons as stakeholders, with profits to be funneled back to the group in the form of dividends and improved service. Before I say goodbye, let me emphasize that we are only as strong as the faith and cooperation of PPI members. Your regular and voluntary contribution of articles, images to News Commons will gauge that. Not only will it be a source of better content materials, it will also expand your reach. In short, PPI works with you in building better communities, especially during time of uncertainties. Thank you very much and be safe.
Hi. Hi, everyone watching us live via Facebook streaming. Hi, Chairman. I have a question for you. Tell us a little bit more about this legacy or landmark project, which we actually launched in December last year. I'm talking about, which already mentioned, the PPI News Commons and the eventual setting up of a cooperative, Mr. Chairman. A little bit on that.
I can't hear you well.
Chairman, hi. I can hear you now. My question is, please tell us a little bit more about the legacy or landmark project we just mentioned. We actually launched it December last year, and we're talking about the PPI News Commons that gave prominence during the pandemic and the eventual setting up of a cooperative, which the PPI members will have to benefit from. Chairman.
Okay, this idea of coming up with a News Commons tie everyone in one big organization. Because as it is, if we operate by ourselves, being too small and our coverage too small, revenues will really not come in. Now, you have seen how the social media operate. They have expanded their operations worldwide. In our case, what we are trying to see is to at least the local papers would have a chance to have a bigger audience nationwide. But you will still have your own identity in your locality. But you will have a medium that will give you access to bigger news. In other words, you'll not just be confined to local news, but you will have national news. And that's for free. If you are a member, or at least you are contributing to News Commons, that's it. Now, for the cooperative, we still have to work it out. Ariel is now working on it, especially on the legal aspect. But I think that's one aspect that we can try to at least help ourselves to gain some financial muscle. Anyway, when Ariel will have a good chance also to explain the nitty-gritty of this. But at the moment, that's what we are trying to do. So you can be sure that PPI under Ariel, well, gang-ho activities, well, we'll see through all these things despite this pandemic. So that's it, Ariel. I
Well,
think.
Chairman, yeah, maraming salamat po. That's a piece of good news. In this time of pandemic, we're all looking forward to it. Maraming salamat po and enjoy the show. Don't leave yet as we announce the winners a little later. And speaking of projects and support, here's one person who supported PPI all these years, a dear friend to many. Please welcome Vice President for Corporate Communications of Nickel Asia Corporation, Mr. Jose Bayani, JB Bailon.
It is a pleasure and a privilege for all of us at Nickel Asia to once again be part of the annual Philippine Press Institute Community Press Awards. As I never tire of repeating, we at NAC understand the value of a vibrant and free press in the education of our citizenry. Only a well-informed public is able to make wise decisions, which in turn are at the heart of good governance in our country. At a time of a pandemic when millions of our people are afraid and lots of misinformation abound, it is critical for the media to play a calming role by providing our public with sources of information they know they can trust. All the more so in an age of information which has spawned its evil twin, the age of disinformation. The community press, known to its customers and constituents, is perfect for this role. To the nominees of this year's awards, my congratulations. Your hard work and honing of your craft are beginning to pay off. To the winners, a challenge. Let us continue to raise the bar higher and higher year after year, as is befitting your role in the community. To all our fellow partners of the PPI, may we never tire of supporting the PPI's efforts in establishing a vibrant and free community press. At bottom, this is all about democracy in the Philippines. And to the PPI, to its chairman, to its executive director, and to its members, here is an assurance from Nickel Asia. We will be with you every step of the way in this our unending journey to establish a more ideal Philippines. Mabuhay.
Okay, a media practitioner yourself, writing column for Malaya, a political commentator on the side, an observer, media observer. What do you think are the prospects for print? What with the pandemic we're facing right now?
I think print will have its work cut out for it in the 21st century onwards, because the advent of information technology has made accessibility to information so easy to a new generation without need of a printed copy, whether it's a book or, in our case, newspapers. However, there will always be that group, although it might be a dwindling number of people who would prefer, a hardbound copy of a book, because you can read it, you can skim it, you can take notes on it. But the challenge of the media, I think, is beyond the form. It's beyond whether it's printed or online. It's the substance, and that's where I think the challenge will remain the same, to be credible while being quick. And that's what I think the PPI has to focus on.
Well, still an optimistic point of view from you as an observer and a media practitioner. So maraming salamat, Sir JB, for joining us today. Please stand by as we announce the winners a little later. 2020 has been a challenging year for most media organizations, including the PPI, and monumental as well. Thanks for the partnerships, PPI was able to conduct a lot of online activities that benefited the members and other stakeholders in various communities. Today, we pay tribute to our partners as we celebrate journalistic excellence. Please watch this video.
I welcome everyone on behalf of the PPI board and members nationwide to another online edition.
The local media for some time now, we struggle with survival issues and
Exactly. So that's the problem. Sometimes you could become guilty.
As journalists, we do our work regardless.
Information also or its lack of access of information that makes reporting difficult.
Yes, they feel the absence of the local ABS-CBN.
At tinitiyak po natin na kung anumang mga pag-aabuso na maaaring nakumit.
We wish PPI for a longer success.
Ang PPI po will be joining other media organizations in support and solidarity for what.
So there is no escaping to progress.
We had some new activities, great activities. We had the COVID Chronicles that
strengthen ang regional memberships na existing media and information literacy.
Security of the workers in their job.
Grotesque judicial harassment campaign against Rappler. And then, of course, it
is saddening that basic human rights are violated.
We should first thank institutions like the PPI and other NGOs.
I believe that journalism education must address the issues and challenges discussed this afternoon.
Let's not be quick to judge. Let's not be quick to insult others. So I hope that
I believe that there's a statesman in every politician, and it's up to us to find it in every way we can.
Sana yung evidence-based na behavior ma-retain natin in terms of conversation.
And so when opportunities like these arise, for both Nicolasia and myself to be supportive.
Balangkas tayo ng polisiya, yung tinatawag nating learner support aids.
We try to fact-check each of these posts, lalo if we find maging mapagmatyag rin sa post mismo ng account o page.
So yung bullying and sexual harassment is very common. Go back to the basics.
One thing is, ang nakita kong development is using mobile devices to follow up.
And we're creating modules now, obviously with the help of the Department of Education also.
Now more than ever, at any other time, journalists need to uphold their core values.
There's been a significant shift in coverage of Mindanao by non-Mindanaoan reporters.
So there has to be a partnership between COMELEC, the social media provider.
So there's just really no way to change and reform the law to make it responsive to the very intent of the law.
And we should work together in improving that relationship.
My favorite quote of Jefferson, that I'd rather have a newspaper without government in society than government without newspaper.
Thanks everyone. Please join us in our other online activities with PPA and our partner organizations. Maraming salamat po. Keep safe. Maraming salamat po sa inyo na mula po sa aming puso. Kami po ay nagpapasalamat on behalf of the PPA Board, the Secretariat, the time membership, and also our other stakeholders. Speaking of partners, HSF and the Hans Seidel Foundation came at the right time when PPA was looking for a well-meaning institutional partner. Please welcome the resident representative to the Philippines of Hans Seidel Foundation, Attorney Guts Heineke.
Dear members of the PPI, Mabuhay from Makati. Greetings from the Hans Seidel Foundation, a German NGO that is in the Philippines already for more than 40 years. It's our goal to build up democracy and good governance, and that's already a little bit the background of our wonderful collaboration with the Philippine Press Institute, because we are saying that a democratic process, that good governance, that peace is only possible when the population, when the citizens are informed about this democratic process. And that's your job, dear journalists, that's your job, Philippine Press Institute, to provide civic education, to inform the people, to inform the population about all this process, about all what's going on. And therefore, I think we found each other, we are happy with you. Thank you very much for the wonderful partnership in 2020. I know 2020 was not easy for all of us. It was a difficult year, it was a terrible year. Somehow the year stopped already on March 13, and then we all came to a stop, to an end. But nevertheless, we were able to manage this year and to to invent, to start some new activities like our COVID Chronicles, like our monthly roundtable discussions, and they were good, they were fruitful, and they were important. And somehow it became that PPI, the Philippine Press Institute, became one of our most important partners of Hans Seidel Foundation here in the Philippines this year. Thank you very much for this. I can promise you from my side that we are looking forward to continuing with you in the future. I know we had already some discussions about what we can do in the future, like again having roundtable discussions, but as well we have the hope to come back to seminars, real activities. Then we are looking forward to do more for students, like a scholastic series on voters' educations. Now to end, congratulations to all the awardees. You deserve it. Well done. Congratulations to all the Philippine Press Institute members, to all the participating journalists. Enjoy the show. And in the future, I hope we will see each other again. Merry Christmas and a better New Year 2021. See you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Chris, how are you? Hi. We're live. Okay, I have a question for you. Having met and talked to a lot of journalists all over the world and having involved yourself in a lot of media activities involving the media practitioners themselves, what do you think is the role of the journalists or media practitioners in a time of crisis such as the pandemic?
I would say the journalists are really a key player. I mean, what we need now in the time of is well-informed people. I mean, everybody of us is suffering. Everybody of us is looking for informations. And we as ordinary people, we are getting informations about what is going on from the media, from the journalists. And that's the reason why we desperately need well-informed and good journalists, especially at this time.
Thank you. Thank you. Shout out to our German friends who are watching right now. I hope you're enjoying the show. And well said, Attorney Heineke. Please stand by as we announce the nominees and winners a little later. To tell us about the awards, please welcome AIJC President, Mr. Ramon R. Tuazon.
Thank you, Ariel. Magandang hapon sa ating lahat. The Philippine Press Institute and Konrad Adenauer Foundation, in cooperation with the Philippine Association of Communication Educators, or PACE, launched the annual awards for excellence in 1996, so 24 years ago. I recall working with Dr. Christine Maslog, with Erwin Garcia Jr., and of course, Ariel, during the early days of the awards. The first awards were given to regional newspapers in 1997. The awards program aimed at raising the standards of journalism in the countryside seeks to honor print newspaper organizations, not only for their editorial excellence, but also for their role as catalysts for community development. In 2008, the Coca-Cola Export Corporation supported the awards with civic journalism as a framework. This was in line with its corporate social responsibility program, which seeks to promote journalism as a medium of community feedback and participation. In 2013, Nickel Asia Corporation became PPI's principal partner in its flagship program, and are still with us today and many more years, as we heard earlier. The award's overall criteria include: the newspaper should be a catalyst for community action, whether it is for discussion of issues, decision for change, or expression of public sentiment. 2, content covers issues and concerns relevant to community life and aspirations. 3, content goes beyond providing news and information. Also inspires readers to get involved, get engaged, and take ownership of problems in their community. The Asian Institute of Journalism and Communication, AIJC, serves as overall coordinator and technical secretariat since the start of the project. We look forward to working with PPI in years to come. Maraming salamat po, daghang salamat. Diyos de Aguina. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat, sir. Daghang salamat. Thanks AIJC for really taking the time out to look into the awards year in and year out. As you said, we're looking forward to working with you and also the support of NAC for the years to come. To introduce the screening committees and the Board of Judges this year in this award season, please welcome AIJC Director Ann Lopez.
Good afternoon. I couldn't open my video, Ariel.
It's okay. It's important we hear your voice. Okay? Okay. We're live, Ann. Over to you. Yes.
Good afternoon. I am pleased to introduce to you the members of the Board of Judges and the regional screening committees. We have 3 regional screening committees. The screening committee for Luzon is the AIJC Graduate School with Dr. Paz HDS, Vice President for Academics as committee head, and Ms. Fatima Michelle Manuel as coordinator. The screening committee members for Luzon are Ms. Lori Lynn Bundok, Ms. Ruel Albert Castro, Ms. Mary Christine Colibao, Mr. Jimmy Domingo, and Ms. Marleya Pinor Muñez. The screening committee for Visayas is the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Department of Journalism, with Dr. Hemadi Mora, Department Chairperson as committee head, Professor John Robert Boledo as team leader, and Mr. Francis Datiles as coordinator. Screening committee members for Visayas are Ms. Hermie Rivera, Ms. Kimberly May Agustin, Ms. Bella Villare Agaton, Ms. Jaya Ann Marie Adlag, Ms. Lelaine Baldoza Coronel, and Ms. Ayla Regina de la Cruz. The screening committee for Mindanao is the University of Santo Tomas Journalism Program of the Department of Communication and Media Studies with Professor Felipe Salvosa II, Program Coordinator as committee head, and the Varsitarian editorial team as screening committee members. Now for our distinguished Board of Judges. Chairperson is Ms. Joyce Pañares, PPI trustee and news editor of Manila Standard. Members are 1. Ms. Ritzy Villarico Ronquillo, APR, Fellow of the International Association of Business Communicators, or IABC, Chair of the IABC Awards Committee for the Global Gold Quill Awards, and Advisor, Past Chair, and Past President of the IABC Philippines. The second member of the Board of Judges is Ms. Imelda V. Abano, President of the Philippine Network of Environmental Journalists, Editor-in-Chief, Philippine Environ News, and Program Coordinator for the Philippines of Internews. The third member is Mr. Jose Bayani D. Bailon, Vice President for Corporate Communications, Nickel Asia Corporation. And the fourth member is Mr. Angelo De Silva, Board Member, Photojournalist Center of the Philippines. Last but certainly not least, let me introduce our Award Secretariat Coordinator, Ms. Lori Jean M. Macapugay. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Ann Lopez. Thank you very much for your committed and painstaking work. Salute to all of the screening committees and judges. Thanks for joining us in the meeting, for all of you who are in the meeting room. Now it's time to reveal the nominees and winners for this award season. Are you ready? Ready na ba tayong lahat? Each winner in every category will receive a trophy and a cash prize. Let us begin with the category the best in photojournalism to be announced by Judge Angie Da Silva.
Here are the nominees for the Best in Photojournalism Weekly category. And the winner is
Congratulations, Baguio Chronicle, for bagging the awards category Best in Photojournalism Weekly category. Now we announce the nominees and winner in the daily category.
Here are the nominees for the Best in Photojournalism Daily category. And the winner is
Congratulations, Baguio Chronicle and the Freeman. Receiving the award for Baguio Chronicle is Frank Simatu, which I'm going to talk to later on as we progress in the awards categories. For Freeman, we're accepting the award for the Freeman. Now we go to the best in environmental reporting to be announced by Judge Imelda Apano. Congratulations, Herald Express, Best in Environmental Reporting Weekly category. Now we're going to announce the nominees and the winner in the Best Environmental Reporting Daily category. Environmental Reporting Weekly category. How are you, sir? We're live. Hi, Sir Masi. Hi. Can I have a little talk? Sir Masi, Mr. Graffield, are you there? Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Please turn on your audio. Unmute yourself, please. Turn on your audio. Okay. Hi. How are you? Congratulations. So
I'm fine.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If I'm not mistaken, since the awards program was established in 1996, your first award was in year 2000. Quite a long time for your second win. How does it feel to win finally for the second time after so many years?
Yeah, I can't even remember anymore.
Yeah, that was in year 2000.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Ano pong pakiramdam, Sir Masi?
Yeah, of course, I'm happy. Behalf of my editors and my staff writers. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat po. And we talked about this. I know how difficult it was to sustain operations during the pandemic. How was it like to really be in the difficult times during in this pandemic, sustaining operations of the paper? You have 4 newspapers, right? Was it so difficult for you then? managing all 4 papers?
Sa awa ng Diyos, at least nami-maintain natin ang operation ng 3 newspapers.
Maraming salamat, sir. Way to go. Please keep safe. Now it's time to reveal the best in business economic reporting for both weekly and daily categories. Please welcome Judge J.B. Bailon to announce the nominees and the winners.
These are the nominees for the 2019 Civic Journalism Community Press Awards Best in Business and Economic Reporting Weekly category. And the winner for the 2019 Civic Journalism Community Press Awards Best in Business and Economic Reporting Weekly category is
Herald Express for winning in the weekly category. We now proceed to the winner, the nominees and winner in the daily category for business and economic reporting.
These are the nominees for the 2019 Civic Journalism Community Press Awards Best in Business and Economic Reporting Daily category. And the winner for the 2019 Civic Journalism Community Press Awards Best in Business and Economic Reporting Daily category is
Congratulations to the winners in the best in business economic reporting. I'm going to talk to Francis. Francis, Angelo, are you there? Hi. Hi, Francis.
Hi. Yes, sir.
Hi. How are you? Hi. How do you feel? Getting the first award for City Garden? Hi.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of surprising. Yeah. We were surprised. Now we were part of the finalists, and even more surprised that we actually won, particularly in business and economic reporting, something that community press should actually focus more, aside from the usual hard news that we carry every day, because economic reporting is not just about business, but it's also the daily lives of the ordinary people. And those are the kind of stories that we actually try to focus on. It's not just macroeconomics, but also the effect of macroeconomics on ordinary people.
Well said, Francis. Please tell, how was it like to operate the paper during the pandemic? I know how difficult it was for most struggling newspapers outside Metro Manila, for smaller newspapers, and for our struggling journalists out there. How was it difficult in the pandemic?
Yeah, the early months of the lockdown, particularly from between April and May, we had to stop printing because it's actually useless naman to print paper with all the businesses closed and the restrictions around. We eventually returned to printing, but revenues are really down right now. We're basically just trying to live by the day and get through until this pandemic is over. But thankfully, because of the online platform, we're still around, and it's not just about business, and it's commitment to the community and to the Filipino people that we should we continue to deliver the news in a responsible and conscientious way, Sir.
Yeah, Francis, if I may ask, what are other opportunities you are exploring in terms of income-generating sources, fundraisers, etc., to sustain the papers, and prepare yourself for the eventuality come should there be another crisis? I'm not saying it's another pandemic. At least we're prepared to face another crisis if another comes our way.
Yeah, a part of our future-proofing effort is to really
daily
take advantage of the online platform and form more partnerships, not just with the traditional revenue streams, but activities that could actually bring in more revenues or income to the company and continue our operations. So the focus right now, actually, we started 2 years ago, maximizing our potentials and opportunities in the online platform, because we believe that that's the only way that we can actually survive the future, particularly in global crises like pandemics or even calamities. So doon po kami nakatutok, and we have to realize that we embrace that kind of future, and we should be ready for that. In fact, we should really be working on that in the middle of the things.
I'm pretty sure looking forward to the PPI Cooperative is going to be a landmark project, as I said, for which the chairman already explained earlier. Maraming salamat, Francis, and salute. Congratulations. It's time to reveal the nominees and the winners in the Best in Editorial page to be announced by Judge Ritzy Ronquillo.
Good afternoon, Ariel, and good afternoon to everyone. It's a pleasure and a privilege to not only look at wonderfully written news and contents, but also now to recognize the outstanding ones. So here now are the nominees for the Best in Editorial page in the weekly category. Congratulations to our weekly category winner, the Baguio Chronicle. And now we go to the nominees for the Best in Editorial page in the daily category. Congratulations.
Thanks, Mr. C. Congratulations to Baguio Chronicle and the Freeman. I'll have Frank Simatu from Baguio Chronicle online. Hi, Frank. How are you? Frank? Hi. Hi, Frank.
Hello.
Hi, Frank. How are you?
Right now. Huh?
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah. This is. I didn't expect the last one. Yeah. The COVID was really hard on us. We were thinking pa nga na of just being digital na lang, until my publisher said, walang soul yung digital eh. We have to be printed down. So, hello?
Yeah.
Here,
Frank.
Yeah, okay. So, yun,
Dua
naman siya. So, we are actually expanding
The
instead
guardian
of going down. We're going to be 16 pages next month.
Yeah.
And then my website na kami.
Yeah.
May mga free concerts pa kami. So,
environmental kan pa.
You temporarily closed during the pandemic, right? During the quarantine months?
We didn't really close. We just went digital kasi wala namang bumibili, So,
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. The pandemic took a toll on the way we conduct things in the newsrooms. How was the difficulty in sustaining operations all these months from March to the present?
No, it's okay for us because we're all introverts anyway, so we can live with that.
No, you're saying because you're not strong in the digital platform. Is that what you're saying?
No, we're now going digital as well. So we have our new website now, and we hope to be more multimedia.
Yeah. And speaking of digital, PPI is going to have one last activity in December, This
That's
December
right.
18th as we go step-by-step guide on being PWA and being able, remember in the last regional press forum, last regional press meeting, right? So that's the last activity we are going to teach you all guys in terms of the next step after you have your website, etc. Maraming salamat, Frank. Congratulations.
Yeah, sige. Thanks to the sponsors.
Thank you. It's now time to reveal the nominees and the winners in the Best Edited Paper category by Judge Joyce Pañares.
Here are the nominees for the Best Edited Community Newspaper in the weekly category. And the winner is...
And for the daily category, our last category.
Here are the nominees for the Best Edited Community Newspaper in the daily category. And the winner is...
Congratulations, Baguio Chronicle and Sunstar Davao, Best Edited Papers in weekly and daily categories. I'll have a little conversation with our chair of the board, chairperson of the board, Joyce Pañares, live. Hi, Joyce. Hi.
Hi, Ariel. Hi, good afternoon.
How are you? I hope you're safe. Question is, you've been a judge for 3 consecutive years. What have you noticed or observed in the contents of our newspapers outside Metro Manila?
Actually, it was quite sentimental to be judging the 2019 nominees for both weekly and daily, because it's literally the year BC, before COVID, So parang before all the crap happened. But again, yung citations kasi medyo maliit basahin. So what I'd really want is to read the citations for the winners, and maybe that will give us a gauge of what we have for our nominees and our winners. So I'll start with Baguio Chronicle. So it's focused on stories that have an impact on local readers. It prioritized gut issues. It showed consistency not only in pursuing local issues but also in serving as a catalyst for community action. Among the stories that it focused on were the Minahang Bayan and its impact, plugging, which is a word I learned from judging the newspaper, seems as a plugging, picking up of cash tourism in Cordillera, the National Irrigation Administration getting flagged by NCIP over a project in Ifugao, Muslim leaders protecting the Baguio Cathedral following Cordillera, mayors getting charged for their absence in Typhoon Ompong. So, and the newspaper also featured prominently culture and even science stories, including a whole-page article on Wang Od and La Trinidad's Women's Brigade, the LGBT Day in Itoguan. So, napaka-diverse ng coverage niya, but all are very relevant to the community. Similarly, for Sunstar Davao, which is our best edited newspaper daily category, one particular story that really stood out was a hyper-local story. It began with the Mindanao Railway project, and then it zoomed in on its impact on a village that was along the path of the construction of the project. So talagang alam mo, hinahanap nila yung context and impact ng storya nila sa lokal na community.
Quite a lot of significant projects you're saying that we got there in both of the newspapers. Thanks very much, Joyce Pañares. Congratulations to the season's winners in both weekly and daily category. Pagpasensya nyo na po. Wala pa po yung aakatan na stage, and hopefully next year, things get better when things are quite normal and we go back to our physical gardens. Maraming salamat po. We celebrate your excellence at this point. On behalf of the roster of winners, I'd like to call a representative, and despite a surprise, a representative from the roster of winners, I'd like to call, or may I call please, RJ Lumawag, Editor-in-Chief of Sunstar Davao, to speak for his acceptance speech on behalf of the winners. And this, I think, his first time on a virtual stage since taking over the editorship, being the editor-in-chief of the Sunstar Davao after Estelle Esmer left. RJ, how are you?
Hi, Ariel. We're doing
Hi,
great.
it's time to, it is good to see you virtually. But hopefully when things get better next year, you'll go up on stage, get your trophy and your cash prize as well for the paper. So you are going to close this season's awards ceremony. I give the virtual floor to you, RJ.
So thank you, PPI, and to all the partners for recognizing community newspapers around the country. We all know that with the pandemic, the role of the community paper, it has become more pronounced, and we are thrust into the spotlight to continue to provide factual and accurate information to our readers and explain to them what is happening around us. And these awards will serve as a inspiration for many community papers to continue to do what we have committed ourselves to the community that we are in. And also this will continue to drive us to serve the community and to continue to write the stories that is within the alleyways, within the subdivisions, within the barangays, and within the puroks of where we are at. So thank you, PPI, and keep safe, everybody.
Congratulations, that's civic journalism for you. As you mapped a lot of what you're going to do in the future. Thanks very much, everyone. This has been the 2019 Civic Journalism Community Press Awards. Congratulations to all the finalists and nominees and the winners in both weekly and daily category. It's time for our photo opportunity. We are going to take the photos of all the winners first. Winners, okay? Winners, please turn on your camera and be ready with your virtual trophy, whatever, which you don't have on your hands. You're going to get them next year. The trophy is quite sensitive, but the money goes to you directly. Okay. Are you ready? Winners, please flash your beautiful smiles wherever you are. In 3, 2, 1. Congratulations, winners. Another one, please. In 3, 2, 1. There you go. Salamat. Our second photo opportunities for all the winners, all the finalists and nominees, the screening committees, the board of judges, the secretariat, and our partners and sponsors. And practically everyone in the newsroom, in the meeting room, please flash or turn on your cameras and audios or videos specifically, and flash those beautiful smiles. Okay, everyone, in 3, 2, 1, everybody in the meeting room, please show your faces, please. Congratulations. This is the best way we can, virtually. One more. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. The full citations of the winners will be uploaded in the PPI website and the list of winners as well. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Nataos puso po kami nagpapasalamat sa ating mga members. As I said, this is not just a competition. We are celebrating excellence. We are celebrating relevance. We are celebrating our future. Maraming salamat po, and see you next year in the 2020 Civic Journalism Community Press Awards. Congratulations. This has been your host, Ariel Sabellino, PPI Executive Director and Trustee. Maraming salamat po.
welcome everyone on behalf of the PPI board and members nationwide to another online edition.
The local media, for some time now, we struggle with survival issues and
Exactly. So that's the problem. Sometimes you could become guilty.
As journalists, we do our work regardless.
Information also from, or its lack of access of information that makes reporting difficult.
Yes, they feel the absence of the local ABS-CBN.
At tinitiyak po natin na kung anumang mga pag-aabuso na maaaring nakumit.
We wish PPI for a longer success.
Ang PPI po will be joining other media organizations in support and solidarity for what.
So there is no escaping to progress.
We had some new activities, great activities. We had the COVID Chronicles that
strengthen ang regional memberships ng existing media and information literacy.
Security of the workers in their job.
grotesque judicial harassment campaign against Rockler. And then, of course,
it is saddening that basic human rights are violated.
We should first thank institutions like the PPI and other NGOs.
I believe that journalism education must address the issues and challenges discussed this afternoon.
Let's not be quick to judge. Let's not be quick to insult others. So I hope that
I believe that there's a statesman in every politician, and it's up to us to find it in every way we can.
Sana yung evidence-based na behavior ma-retain natin in terms of conversation.
And so when opportunities like these arise, for both Nicolasia and myself to be supportive.
Balangkas tayo ng polisiya, yung tinatawag nating learner support aids.
We try to fact-check each of these posts, lalo if we find maging mapagmatyag rin sa post mismo ng account o page.
So yung bullying and sexual harassment is very common. Go back to the basics.
One thing is, ang nakita kong development is using mobile devices to follow up.
And we're creating modules now, obviously with the help of the Department of Education also.
Now more than ever, at any other time, journalists need to uphold their core values.
There's been a significant shift in coverage of Mindanao by non-Mindanaoan reporters.
So there has to be a partnership between COMELEC, the social media provider.
So there's just really no way to change and reform the law to make it responsive to the very intent of the law.
And we should work together in improving that relationship.
My favorite quote of Jefferson, that I'd rather have a newspaper without government in society than government without newspaper.
Thanks everyone. Please join us in our other online activities with PPA and our partner organizations. Maraming salamat po. Keep safe.
Mahalaga talaga ang pag-attend ng flag ceremony sapagkat ito ang magsisilbing tagapagmulat sa isang tao bilang Pilipino na hindi madali na makamtan natin yung ating kalayaan as simbolo ng ating bandila.
Ang islap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nasirinig. Ang bituin at araw na kailan pang may di magdidilim.
Sa sobrang dami po ng estudyante, hindi po lahat nakakover sa area po kasi maliit lang po yung space namin before.
Aming ligaya na pag may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Ang pagiging isang mabuting anak ay natututunan natin sa ating tahanan. At ang ating pagiging isang mabuting mamamayang Pilipino ay nag-uugat sa ating mga paaralan. 2 buwan makalipas ang school turnover sa DepEd ng Taganito National High School, ating kamustahin ang lagay ng mga beneficiaries ng paaralan, ang mismong mga mag-aaral nito.
Ngayon po, mas maliwalas po siya, tapos mas plaster siya diri sa compared lagi sa una.
Good morning and mabuhay, Miss Teras.
Masarap na po mag-aral sa bago naming classrooms ngayon dahil nga po sa isang silid-aralan po ay hindi na po kami gaano nagsisiksikan. At saka po, kompleto na po lahat ng mga gamit sa aming paaralan. Kagaya lamang po sa mga reportings, meron na po kaming mga projectors, mga teachers po nagpapagamit na po ng laptops, at saka sabi niya po na yung mainit, hindi na po kasi mainit kasi nga gaya ngayon sa isang silid-aralan, less 40 students na lang po yung pasok doon. So, hindi na po siya gaanong crowded. So, nasa estudyante na lang po yan kung paano nila pinapahalagahan ang mga gamit na binibigay sa amin po.
Mas ngayon kasi hindi na nagkokopyahan dahil ang lawak na, tapos pag mag-i-exam talagang malaki na ang space.
Epektibo po yung pagtuturo ngayon ng mga teachers sapagkat noon ang paaralan namin ay blackboard lang yung nagpagitan ng ibang mga estudyante, kaya rinig na rinig namin yung klase ng ibang section or ibang classroom. So hindi kami makapag-focus.
Hindi na masyadong nakaka-high blood yung mga guro na magtuturo sa amin kasi hindi na masyadong maingay kasi sapagkat maluwag na at saka may kanya-kanya na kaming silid-aralan dito sa school.
Education is the only thing that we have that nobody can take away from us. Kaya naman mga proyekto sa edukasyon ang mga pangunahing prioridad sa corporate social responsibility ng Nickel Asia Corporation bilang halimbawa na responsableng pagmimina. Dahil sa mga paaralan na uhubog ang mga pag-iisip ng mga pag-asa ng ating bayan, ang kabataang Pilipino.
Salamat ka, Radyo, sa bago namong eskwelahan, Teach Follow, Taganito Mining Corporation.
Our journey with the Filipino moves us to do more, giving hope to those in need. Rebuilding lives, inspiring sports heroes, and empowering a nation. PAGCOR, creating opportunities beyond gaming. Our journey with the Filipino moves us to do more, giving hope to those in need. Rebuilding lives, inspiring sports heroes, and empowering a nation. PAGCOR, creating opportunities beyond gaming. Our journey with the Filipino moves us to do more, giving hope to those in need. Rebuilding lives, inspiring sports heroes, and empowering a nation. PAGCOR, creating opportunities beyond gaming. Our journey with the Filipino moves us to do more, giving hope to those in need. Rebuilding lives, inspiring sports heroes, and empowering a nation. PAGCOR, creating opportunities beyond gaming.
Nag-apply po ako ng scholarship ng Hinatuan Mining Corporation kasi po wala pong pera ang mga parents ko. Kung may sahod po, hindi naman po kasya para sa amin kasi may pangkain pa, pang araw-araw. Hindi po kaya ni mama at papa mapag-aral kami kasi yung sweldo ni papa hindi po kasya sa amin, 5,000 a month tapos 6 kami. Kung may determination, and then if you study, tapos gawin mo yung pamilya mo as inspiration.
Ang naging buhay ko po as a scholar ay isang napakagandang dream. Yung HMC Scholar kasi nagbibigay ng monthly allowances, tapos may book allowance, may total package na talaga. Yung tanging kailangan mo lang gawin ay magpursige, mag-aral ng mabuti para makatapos. Kasi yung kahit andyan yung financial kasi, hindi naman ibig sabihin makakatapos ka kapag wala kang determinasyon sa buhay. It's useless. I will not deny na naging scholar ako ng Hinatuan Mining, may anak na ako, married na ako. The HMC never questioned my status in life. They never questioned my intellectual capabilities. And they never question that being married woman cannot pursue her dreams.
Thankful ako kasi ito na ang narating ng bahay namin. May bubong na.
Our journey with the Filipino moves us to do more, giving hope to those in need. Rebuilding lives, inspiring sports heroes, and empowering a nation. PAGCOR, creating opportunities beyond gaming. Our journey with the Filipino moves us to do more, giving hope to those in need. Rebuilding lives, inspiring sports heroes, and empowering a nation. PAGCOR, creating opportunities beyond gaming. Our journey with the Filipino moves us to do more, giving hope to those in need. Rebuilding lives, inspiring sports heroes, and empowering a nation. PAGCOR, creating opportunities beyond gaming. Our journey with the Filipino moves us to do more, giving hope to those in need. Rebuilding lives, inspiring sports heroes, and empowering a nation. PAGCOR, creating opportunities beyond gaming.